Hi, everyone, and welcome to our weekly webinar today, November 6th. Just make sure to have your notebook, pencil, pen, something to write down all maybe your questions that you're going to get through the webinar, or just write down all of these amazing tips that Angela has prepared for us and is going to share today. Hi, Angela, welcome.
Hi, Cynthia. Thank you. All right. Hello, everybody. So we are almost done with our first week of November. Isn't that crazy? So it's already November 6th. And we want to give you some ideas for keeping your business growing and moving during this next week of November. So today we're going to talk about the Sleep Better set as our spotlight. We're going to do some tips and tricks about sponsoring links. So when you make a connection with a person as a new customer, as a new PCC member, maybe someone's going to join your team as a consultant, and you want to share sponsoring links really quickly with them so that they can sign up. We want to make sure that you know how to do that and some extra tips and tricks for how to make it look its best and work its best. Business tools, we're going to talk about how to get started with prospective customers. What are some first steps you want to make sure that you have on your to-do list as you're talking to new people? And for your tech tips, we're going to just give you some quick recording ideas for your social media content. So as we are building our customer base and reaching more people, we're talking to people in the community. We are doing, we're meeting new people via referrals and spas and things like that. But we're also doing a lot of public outreach via social media. And we want to give you ideas for how to keep your algorithm active with really simple content ideas. So here we're going to start with our Sleep Better set. These are three of, I would say, some of the most used products in my household because we kind of just get like tense and stressed and overstimulated sometimes, and these make such a difference. So Gardenia Nights is this little roll-on. It has a really lovely, I call it like a candy like floral citrus aroma, right? It's a blend of 13 different essential oils. It smells fantastic. I think everyone who's ever smelled this is like, oh yeah. So this is a potent little blend that helps. There's gardenia and the other essential oils in here just kind of help our brain slow down better at the end of the day. So if you feel like your mind starts racing at the end of the day, it's hard to really get your body to relax. If you have customers who have been taking medication to help them sleep and they're trying to move away from that, etc., this is a great natural option. Just make sure that you're always reminding them to apply it to their energy points, but this one works especially well on the soles of your feet and along the Achilles tendon. Like if you haven't tried it there, try it. You might not do that in a demonstration with your customers, but make sure that you tell them about that extra trick. I think it makes a really big difference in my case, at least. For the Melissa Bath Essence, okay, we have that 50 ml bottle of Melissa Bath Essence. This is a bath product that we combine with a warm immersion bath to wind down. This one I find especially helpful when we have just been out, like after trick or treating or a party or something like that, where my kids are feeling overstimulated and it's hard for them to wind back down. Right now, we had a time change in the United States, and that a lot of families need extra sleep help when our routines change because kids' brains are very programmed to sleep when they want to sleep, no matter what the clock says. So that's another good use for this to help them wind down earlier or later at night, depending on those time changes. And just remember that adults are going to use 1 or 2 capfuls of this in a warm bath, or they could do half capful in a foot bath. And with kids, we're doing half of a capful in a warm immersion bath. Excuse me. And oh, my beloved anti-stress blend. So this is a blend of 15 different essential oils that helps release tension, stress, when we have those moments of high stress. And it really just gives us that overall sense of well-being. This is a good strong blend where a little bit goes a long way, and it gives customers a very quick sensation of well-being and relaxation, which makes it great for demonstrations. And remember, I'm going to put some on right now because it's been a busy day so far. So remember, we're putting our bottle, if you're demonstrating this with customers or using it for yourself, put your bottle at a diagonal, tap twice. This one is a thinner solution, so it comes out pretty quickly. So I have 2 drops on the palm of my hand. And what I normally do is I take my fingertip and I apply it to my energy points, keeping it away from eyes, temples, behind my ears, I do a lot. I do most of it on the nape of my neck, inside of wrists, and always tell your customers to take that remaining amount, rub to activate the aroma, and breathe in at least 3 to 4 deep breaths. Or you could tell them to do 4 by 4 breathing, where they breathe in slowly for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4, and repeat that 4 times. By doing those little routines, like honestly, I can be a person with high anxiety and stress, and this takes me from like heart's beating fast, feeling really overwhelmed and stressed to like completely chill within like a minute or less. So this is a really powerful blend. If you haven't tried it already, get some and try some so that you can share it with other people. It is amazing, especially for our culture here in the United States where we tend to carry around a lot of stress. And remember how easy it is to do a quick demonstration in person or online with these really high need products to help people sleep better. So if you're doing a demonstration, obviously you're going to start with your opening questions about needs that they have about sleep. Maybe you have your needs cards or a survey, things like that. You're going to get people talking about their sleep needs and really have them have their needs fresh in their mind as you start your demonstration. Maybe you tell a little story about sleep needs in your home, etc. You'd really bring it to life. Then your gardenia nights is something that you can just pass around and let them kind of waft the aroma towards them, and they can breathe in that roll on. Invite them to apply a little on the inside of their wrist so they can see. It's kind of like it's like a drier oil blend. This one feels a little bit different than some of the rest, but it's good for your customers to know and understand that. And the aroma is still plenty strong, but it's not quite as wet as some of our other roll-ons. And go ahead and let them enjoy that either by just smelling the roll-on or by applying on their wrists. Then for showcasing the Melissa bath essence, remember you just need like a small little dish of warm steamy water. You can add just a couple of drops of this probably for your demonstration. You don't need like a half cup full, right? So you just add a couple drops of that in with that warm steamy water, give it a mix and pass it around, because this is another one that our brain really responds to. So whenever you can do an in-person demo with this set, do it. Your customers are going to be like, oh my gosh, yes, I need this in my life, because they feel it so quickly. So just have it and then point out the aromas. Now, this is a nice gentle blend that's designed to be used with the whole family. Notice the hints of Melissa, which is kind of like a sweet herbal kind of aroma, lavender and chamomile, and it makes your brain so happy. So they're nice and gentle, but also really effective. And then for anti-stress, you would do similar to what I just did. Offer your participants 1 or 2 drops, maybe 1 drop, just because it's like their first time using it for most of them. So 1 drop on their palm, and demonstrate how to apply and rub and breathe, just like I did earlier. And also just have some tissues around, because you might have some participants who don't want to apply to their energy spots, and you show them how to do just quick aromatherapy with a drop on a tissue, and they can breathe it in. So, but I highly recommend this should be the one. If they're going to apply 1 essential oil during your demonstration, the anti-stress blend is great, because they get really quick sensation from it and they can really feel the results quickly. So any questions about that better sleep set? Write that down on your list. How can you demonstrate this with a small group of people this month? Either, online or in person. I feel like these are really great in-person demonstrations. So write that down. It's so easy to put together and take advantage of this awesome set this month. Okay. And now as you're talking to people about their needs, as like they have needs with getting better rest, they're feeling stressed, cold and flu seasons hit their family hard. It's important to be able to have a system in place for how do you get people set up, right? So they want to sign up as one of your customers and have access to your newsletter and things like that. They want to sign up as a PCC member. They've already started buying some products. They know they're going to be buying regularly. They want the discount. They want to earn extra income and get a better discount. They want to become a consultant on your team, right? So whenever you're having these conversations with people and that comes up, that they want to become a customer or a PCC member or a consultant, we need to be able to like get them that information quickly and effectively. So one of our best tools for this is by using our consultant app on our phone. These features are available on the website as well, but I feel like they're easiest with the fewest amount of clicks and fewest margin of error if we do it through our app. Okay, so if you open up your consultant app and you click on the sponsoring section, you're going to have a little screen pop up and you just select, is this person signing up for a consultant or a preferred customer or a retail customer? Yeah. So what are they going for? Make sure you click the right one so that they're signing up for the right thing. Consultant is like, obviously they're like accepting the consultant agreement, etc. Preferred customer is going to also pay their $29 to join, and they'll have some information about that. Retail customers just signing up to be in your reports on your personal website, and they can sign up to get your newsletter, etc. So then you're going to click on whichever sign up they're doing, and you're going to get a little screen that has like the form that they fill out. And in order for you to send that to them, like you might be filling this out with them in person as you go, and you help them do it right through your app. Like that can be, but most of the time it's like we're messaging it to them or something like that, right? So you're going to go on your phone, click that little share icon up at the top. It looks like that little, the little three dot thing. Click on that. And on my iPhone, it pops up with an option for me to select copy. Okay, so you will find that you can't always trust your phone when you click on the little share button. It's sometimes you can't always trust your phone to actually copy it to the clipboard. So I would say if your phone pops up with this option, click on copy. If your phone does it automatically for you, great, but I always have to click copy. So that's a question that we get from a lot of people is, I felt like I tried to copy the link and it didn't copy. Make sure you're doing that last step. Okay, so sponsoring, pick what kind of sign up they're doing. Click the little share icon and click copy. And then you go into the message, the email, the text message, whatever it is that you're communicating with, to share that link with them. They can open it up, fill it out. It already knows that you're the consultant, etc. So easy peasy, right? Now, another common question that we get is, okay, so I copied that link and I shared it, but then my message service, whether it's Messenger, WhatsApp, text message, whatever, sometimes they put like a little image above our link, and sometimes that little like image just says Firestorm standard error. Let us know in the chat if you ever have this issue and you're like, oh, that looks kind of spammy, I don't like that. Our messaging services do that sometimes. It's not something we choose, and it's not something that we have been able to fix. So I want to show you a really easy way to fix this. Your link will still work if it looks like this. Just tell them ignore that error message. It's just a messaging thing that pops up. Or if you want it to look nice, it's super easy to fix. You just add an image to your link that you send both pieces at the same time. This is an example of what it looks like in WhatsApp, if for those of you who use that. But if you want to get rid of that error message, all you have to do is find an image. So it could be an image that you make in Canva that goes with sign up. Maybe it's an image related to PCC or becoming a customer, whatever. I literally just took a screenshot of that sign up page, like what they're going to see when they go to the form, right? I just took a little screenshot and cut it so that it's just that used, welcome, let's get started. I took a screenshot of that. That's my image, okay? I add that image and add a caption to it. The caption is my link, okay? And then it looks like this. It's beautiful. It's going to be nice and organized. You have an image that doesn't say error. You have your link. They can click on it and they feel super confident about that. Does that make sense? It's a very easy way to fix that error. I see a hand up. Let me know if you have a question. You can share it in the chat, or if you need to hop on, we can maybe give you microphone access. But do we have questions about this process of what this looks like? Go ahead and write them in the chat, or let me know. I see a hand raised, so I can definitely listen to your question. Or maybe they're just saying like, yes, this happens to me and this can annoy me sometimes. So this is a really easy fix, right? When you want to share these links, if you don't want that error message, just add an image and then the link is its caption and it looks beautiful and it's ready to go. Okay. All right. I just know that could be kind of a source of frustration for people because we get worried it says error and we think the link's not going to work. Either way, the link works, but you can add an image to make it look better. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now for our business tools, we're talking about meeting new people a lot this month, right? Like hopefully you're having conversations out in your community, you're meeting new people. When you have people who show some interest in what you have to offer with Used, whether it's as a customer, a PCC member, a consultant, what do you do with that, right? So when you're out in life, whether in person or online, you're going to be meeting new people who are talking about things like sleep and illness and muscle pain or neck pain or stress or tension or all these things that we can help with Used products, right? you're going to start meeting people in a lot of different places. So out in the community, I meet so many people, like waiting at my kids' swimming lessons and dance classes. Like I make a point of asking people's names. We share numbers. Oh, I think the kids would play great. Like I make a point of making connections with people out in the community wherever I can. You can also go out in the community and join events like we've talked about, holiday bazaars, wellness fairs, vendor events, things like that. Get out in the community so that you have face time with more people. This is how we keep growing our network. You can also meet new prospects by spas, wellness events, referrals. So it might be referrals, might be the guests that have been invited to your spas. That's how we broaden our network. It might also be like someone bought a product and really loved it, and you say, hey, would you mind referring this to a couple of other people that you think would really like it? Like just tell them about it and let them know that they can contact me if they want to learn more, right? So that's another way that we start building out, is you have someone that's excited. They either host a social selling event with you, a spa with you, a wellness event in whatever format, or they just refer that product to a couple of friends. And people need that reminder. We say like, hey, would you help me like tell more people about this? And a lot of people will be willing to do that. Just remember to follow, use that as part of your follow-up. And also, we meet a lot of new prospects on social media. So those of you who have been active on TikTok, Instagram, etc., it's a really good way to have those public accounts where you're reaching people that you never would have met before, right? In different states, etc. Like you get to meet people that you never would have met before, and they are people who are already looking for what you are offering. You have a good hook phrase, you have good content that relates to them. They come and find you. It's a beautiful thing. So you are meeting new people in all these different ways. And then what do we do with them? That's what happens, is we're like, good, this person's excited. Now what? How do I keep them excited and keep them engaged? So there are a couple of different ways to really set up those connections and start a system. We already talked last week about how to organize this information, keep track of them. So a few different things are: make sure that you set up a conversation with that person where you can talk about their needs, right? So you learn more about their life and you learn more about their needs, and you take note of that somewhere, whether it's in a notebook, whether it's in a spreadsheet, wherever you want. You take note of that and you ask lots of gentle questions, lots of follow-up questions, so that you really understand what their priorities are and what they really need. And you use that information to give them their very first product referral, their product recommendations. Yes. Also, make sure you send them a sponsoring link. So, like we just talked about in the app, send them the link so that they sign up as a customer on your personal website, so that they sign up as a PCC member if they're ready for that step. Again, PCCs usually they've been buying already and they are excited and are going to keep up with a routine or something like that. That's when we send them that link. Or maybe they're like, I want to do this. I love what you do. I want to learn how to do this. They join your team. Okay. So send out those sponsoring links so that they're signed up somewhere. Yes. Well, even if it's just on your website. And also, in previous webinars, we've been talking about having a place to group your prospects, your customers, potential customers, etc. Right? So invite them to your place where you group your customers, where you give them more demos, updates on sales, things like that. Invite them to that place. So for some of us, that place is a Facebook group. But this is where I keep like people that I know, right? I don't put a lot of public connections in here, but I just have a Facebook group that I run through my personal Facebook account. And this is where, like, if I'm talking to moms that I meet out in the community, things like that, I will just I go to Facebook. On a computer is easiest, but there's ways to do this on your phone as well. I open up Facebook, I open up my group, and then there's a URL at the top for my group. Okay, it'll say facebook.com/groups, and then it gives this ID number behind it. I can just copy that and paste it, and I save that like in my notes or in Google Keep or one of those different apps for notes. And I have that quickly to copy and paste for people to click and sign into Facebook and join my group. Right. So that's one thing. If you send this through Facebook Messenger, they don't have to sign in. They just quickly click on it and they join. It's a beautiful, easy way to do it. You'll also notice that in your Facebook group, as long as these people are already your Facebook contacts, like Facebook friends, you can use the blue invite button. Just don't overuse it because it's not very personal and people can kind of feel like, oh, I'm just being like forced to join this. So I tend to take the link and say, hey, if you'd like to keep up with my group and get updates and demonstrations and things like that. Sometimes we do giveaways, etc. Then I give them the link and they choose like, yes, I want to be part of it. They click the link, they join. Okay. Also, if you're going to use like a messenger chat, some people might have a chat that goes along with their group. You might just have a chat, and that's just how you keep in touch with your customers. All you have to do is open the chat where you organize your customers. You click on the name of it, and you'll see kind of this, you'll just see like the chat opens up, right? So there is a little invite icon there. And after that, you will see a place where it says invite link, and you click to copy that, and you can paste it into a message and just say, hey, this is the chat where we tend to give updates and demos and things like that. Would you like to join? You send them the link. They think, yes, I do want to be a part of this. That's really important that they say and think yes, and then choose to join. Way better for participation, way better for keeping people there once they're there. So send out the invite link. People decide, yes, I want to be a part of this. They choose to join. Okay, that's if you're doing a messenger chat to organize your customers or your prospects. Okay, and another option is WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is already kind of connected with Facebook. It's great. A lot of people use this, especially if they have contacts in another country. It's a great way to keep in touch with people in another country. It's kind of just like an encrypted messenger service. So if you create a new chat in WhatsApp and you want to invite people to it, you can click on the name of the chat. You'll see your kind of like your menu of options comes up. There's a little option that says invite to group via link. And then there are different ways to copy and share that link. Really easy to contact people this way. Those of you who are already pros in WhatsApp, there's also like broadcast lists and lots of things that you can look up as well. But this is like the basics. Okay. Just get people in there so that they're in a group and you have constant contact with them as needed. They've already joined your club, whether they've made a purchase or not, they've already joined your club, and you have a way to communicate with them regularly, because a lot of people need that messaging many times before they're like, yes, I want to try this. Yeah. So have a place to group them together, even before they place their first order. This is a great setup that you need to have in place. I use all of these things, but you might just have one or two that works best for you. It kind of depends on your customer base. Let us know in the chat, where do you group your customers and your prospects, right? So your prospective customers, your potential customers, where do you put them? Is it a Facebook group? Do you have a Facebook page that they follow? Do you have a messenger chat? Do you use WhatsApp? Do you just contact them individually? You have like a spreadsheet of their contact information. You just contact them individually. How do you organize your customer and potential PCC, potential consultant information? I would love to hear from you in the chat or in the comments if you're joining us on Facebook or on YouTube. Okay. Tell us where you do it. I want to hear more ideas. This is very much what I do, but there's always more ways to do this as well. So share your ideas, your expertise in the chat or comments, please. Okay. While you're doing that, please share your information. I'm going to give you just quick tech tips today for video content. We've been talking about creating short videos, creating meaningful product demonstrations, things like that, and how important it is to keep your algorithms active and meaningful and relevant and varied for your customer base or your potential customer base, to keep them seeing your content, reacting to your content, etc. Right? So I want to show you just kind of a recap of what we've already talked about for recording content for social media, but also some new ideas, because sometimes we're short on time. Sometimes we want to keep our content active, but we don't have time to sit down and do like a big long demonstration. Sometimes I have like literally 5 minutes before I have to go pick up my children, and I'm like, oh, I didn't get anything posted today, I want to do this. These are some great ways. They're kind of like shortcuts that can be really effective at reaching people in different ways. So we've already talked about how to do product demonstration. It's really good to do like 15 to 30-second videos if you can. Product demonstration is hard to do in that amount of time, right? Sometimes I save my product demonstration for like Facebook Lives and things like that. But work on it. It's muscle memory to try to get a product demonstration into 15 to 30 seconds for things like Reels or TikToks, right? That's about how long the attention span is that we get there. So product demonstrations, usually you just have some kind of strategy to generate interest. So it could be a hook phrase, you bring up a customer need, something like that. Maybe you're telling a story about a need that you know your customers have, some kind of strategy to grab their interest, a hook. Then you're going to provide the solution, which is what the products are, how to use them, what their benefits are, etc. And then you do action, which is a call to action, like, if you need this in your life, do this. Click on this link, contact me, contact information's in my bio, etc. What is your call to action to get them to do something after you've piqued their interest? Okay. Um, Now, I want to show you a different idea as well. So sometimes you're doing a full product demonstration, but sometimes we're using our social media content just to get people to be interested enough to click on our profile and see what else we have to offer. So hopefully in your profile, you already have some product demonstrations, some other videos that really teach how to improve well-being with used products. Now, I'm going to show you videos that are so easy to make, that are just like little mini commercials for the topics that your page, like your social media page or account, has to offer. Yes. So if I'm going to do this, I'm going to make just like a really quick little video that talks about a topic that I think is important for my target audience. For example, my target audience tends to be stressed moms or stressed adult women, right? So I'm always generating a list of what do they need, what are they struggling with, what do they want to fix, what do they want to feel better about, and that's what I'm trying to like peak in their brain, right? So it might sometimes when I'm recording content, it doesn't even have anything to do with a full used product demonstration. Sometimes I'm recording while I'm taking a peaceful walk. Yes, because I'm trying to promote a balanced, healthy lifestyle for people with my profile, right? Sometimes I'm going to just do a short video of something that's like satisfying or entertaining, like maybe a diffuser when it starts to mist, and I make a slow motion video of that. Maybe it's just bath water. You see the bath foam from one of our used bath, bath foams, like the honey milk and rice bath foam or something like that. And I'm not even showing the product, but I'm just like, oh, they're like, oh, that looks really nice, right? Like it's a satisfying sensation that that video provokes. Sometimes it's product application. Maybe it's like putting like a small amount of hand cream on the top of my hands or something like that. It could be short video clips that I take while I'm doing common holiday situations that cause me stress, right? Because I'm like, I baked the cookies and I wrapped the presents and I did this and this and this and this. And I just take short little clips of that I can put together into a video for later that is going to like generate interest about common holiday stressors, right? I might have videos of before and after situations of bumps and bruises or cuts that I've treated with tea tree, things like that, before and after videos or clips to show results. And maybe it's just happy moments, like me singing and dancing in the car while we're, like waiting at school pickup or something. And I just add text to these things. So I add trending audio to the background. I can usually I can just like turn the volume down on my original clip and add some trending audio or background audio that feels right for that mood that we're trying to create. And then you put in just some simple text up on top of that image, that video, etc., that's going to generate interest. Think about what's going to make people say, like, I wonder what this account is about. I wonder what this profile is about. You want them to click and look at the rest of the profile information that you have to offer. Think of it as like a 10-second commercial, right? And so I'm going to give you some examples. So maybe I just record like a 5 to 10 second video of me like singing and dancing in my car with my kids, right? And that in itself is just like to grab their attention. And the text that goes with it would be like, this happy moment brought to you by healthy, let's see, I don't know, balanced serotonin, healthy limits with my family, and lots of aromatherapy, right? So I'm bringing up the idea of like, this is how I maintain my balance and can enjoy time with my family. Maybe I put like a funny kids song that my kids love on the background or something. And that's what people can connect with. And then I'm bringing up aromatherapy as like, this is a part of my holistic plan for wellness that helps me enjoy these things. Does that make sense? Like these are so easy to put together. They just have to have some kind of connector to your audience that brings them in to look at the rest of your profile. So I made an example this morning, and it literally took me like fewer than 5 minutes, that I posted to TikTok. That's just like, I just think of this as like a quick commercial. I just want people to be like curious and click on my profile and see what it has to offer. Oh, and I don't think I shared sound, so you won't be able to hear my sound, but it's literally just a clip that I took while taking a walk Can you kind of hear it through my microphone at least? Sorry. So this peaceful moment brought to you by Healthy Limits with my family and lots of aromatherapy, right? How quick was this for me to create? But now other parents or other stressed adults that are looking at this and they're like, I want healthy limits, and what does this aromatherapy stuff have to do with it? They might click on my profile and see what other demonstrations I have to offer, what other customer needs I'm trying to help solve for them, and things like that. Does that make sense? Low input of work, but this is a great way to add these like little commercials that get people to look at your profile. Let me know in the chat, what do you think of this strategy? Have you tried it? Has it worked? Have you noticed an uptick in profile views after you post these kinds of things? It's a great way to keep your algorithm active even when you don't have a ton of time to do a full demonstration. Okay, I'd love to hear from you in the chat if you've tried this or if you would like to try this. Okay, so really simple. Just go around recording clips of things that you think the people in your target audience will be able to connect with. Yes, this is especially helpful in holiday season. What are some holiday clips that you could record that make people think of their needs around the holidays? Okay, so for our call to action this week, you already have hopefully a few things on your to-do list of ideas that we've been able to give you for this week. But remember to look for opportunities to either organize your own or participate in a holiday shopping event in November. So it could be a wellness fair, a vendor event, a bazaar, a holiday bazaar, something like that. Or it could be just an open house that you invite people to so they can come and check out products that they could maybe look at for gifting to other people or help manage their own holiday stress and other needs. And also try to sell 2 of those better sleep or sleep better sets with the Gardenia Nights, Melissa Bath Essence, and Anti-Stress. These are really, really high needs for families. So really share those in a variety of ways. Try to get people in a place where they can smell them and feel them and experience them, and try to sell at least 2 this week. Okay, add those few things to our to-do list. And thank you so much, everyone who's been able to join us live and catching the replay or joining us from Facebook. Thank you. Thank you. We hope that that has given you some ideas for having a really strong November with your used business. And as always, we always appreciate your input of other topics you'd like to hear about, and other questions or needs that you have with your used business. We're always working to meet you where you're at and help you keep growing. So, and those of you who are here with us live can stay tuned for a couple of time sensitive announcements.